Imagine walking into a bustling coffeehouse in 17th century London. The air is thick with the aroma of freshly brewed coffee, mingling with laughter, heated debate, and the clatter of quills on parchment. At first glance, it may seem like nothing more than a lively social gathering, but beneath the surface, something extraordinary is happening. Here, amid steaming cups and spirited conversation, the seeds of scientific revolution are being sown. What if I told you that coffee, yes, the same beverage you might be sipping right now, played a pivotal role in sparking some of humanity's greatest intellectual leaps? It's more than just a morning ritual or a pick-me-up. Coffee was a catalyst that energized minds, accelerated discussions, and fostered environments crucial to the birth of modern science. Before coffee made its way to Europe, the typical drink of choice was ale or wine, even at breakfast. The effects? Let's just say the average citizen wasn't exactly primed for sharp thinking or deep debate. But as coffee arrived from the Middle East in the mid-1600s, it introduced a new kind of social dynamism. Suddenly, people were gathering not in alehouses, but in coffeehouses, places where clear-headedness and keen intellect were prized. Coffee didn't dull the senses, it sharpened them. And in this new setting, a revolution was quietly brewing. Forget everything you thought you knew about the origins of scientific thought. The story isn't confined to the silent halls of universities or secretive laboratories. Instead, picture groups of curious minds, philosophers, astronomers, mathematicians, huddled together over cups of coffee, dissecting the latest discoveries and daring to challenge established dogmas. These coffeehouses quickly became intellectual hubs, welcoming anyone with wit and curiosity, regardless of social rank. The atmosphere was electric. Ideas collided, theories were tested, and ordinary conversations transformed into groundbreaking discoveries. One such hotspot was London's famous Café Procopi, frequented by luminaries like Isaac Newton, Robert Hooke, and Edmund Halley. It was in these vibrant environments that Newton could debate gravity, Hooke could propose his laws of elasticity, and Halley could champion a comet's return. The Royal Society itself, one of the world's first scientific institutions, was born out of this coffeehouse culture, its members convening not just for formal meetings, but for animated discussions fueled by caffeine and curiosity. You might be picturing pioneering scientists hunched over microscopes in solitary silence, but the reality is far more buzzing. The coffeehouse was a crucible where radical new ideas took root, often through spontaneous, caffeine-fueled exchange. Here, information flowed freely, thanks to newspapers and pamphlets readily available to all patrons. If someone had an idea, a theory, a question, an observation, they could share it immediately, subjecting it to the scrutiny and wisdom of the collective. In this way, coffeehouses democratized knowledge, broke down barriers, and accelerated the pace of innovation. Consider the impact. The Enlightenment, an era synonymous with reason, skepticism, and scientific progress, was inseparable from the rise of coffee culture. The simple act of gathering over coffee fostered collaboration, debate, and the cross-pollination of ideas. It was the perfect antidote to the isolation and rigidity that had previously stifled progress. So, the next time you take a sip of your morning brew, remember, coffee is much more than a personal pleasure. It's a legacy of inspiration, a force that helped shape the very foundations of modern science. The coffeehouse was the engine room of the scientific revolution, and your cup is a daily reminder of how shared curiosity can change the world.